Hi, welcome to D Stiletto. My name is Darla. I'm a Poshmark ambassador. I also resell on eBay, Vinted, Mercari, and a little bit on Depop. So yeah, I'm a busy gal. In my 50s, so I'm retired and just trying to be able to maintain my side hustle, which is not my side hustle, it's my full-time hustle, it's my life. And being able to maintain my home and my family is kind of a little messy at times because sometimes we all feel like we're being neglected. But I'm going to give you some tips on how to be able to just kick ass in your field, kick ass and reselling and do what you need to do, but being able to balance a healthy relationship. I just have me and my husband, but he's still kind of needy at times, so it kind of gets rough, but he works at nights. So let me give you a couple tips and let you know what it's really like to be able to stay home and manage and how successful you can really. So before we get started and get into all the amazing things that happen while you stay home and run your own business like a boss bitch, I just wanted to say subscribe to D Stiletto, like this video, and you can even click on the bottom, click on the side right there, and anytime I come on, you can get an alert and you can kind of catch up on what's going on with me. You're in for a treat. I kind of like to just get out there and do what I got to do, but so yes, I am a busy gal. I try to balance, my business as well as home. I have grown kids, so it's just basically me and my husband, but I have grandkids. So anyway, I kind of just wanted to give you some tips on how to be able to balance working out of your home, maintaining your family, maintaining your personal life without getting stressed the hell out and just getting all crazy, because sadly enough, as a woman, when we are not balanced and we got too many things going on, at least a lot of us do, at least I do, 9 out of 10 take it out of my family. Not okay, not okay. So I just kind of wanted to go over some tips. I also wanted to go over some Poshmark tips and kind of give you a good feel of what it's like to be home and to be able to work your own business, because it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. So I have to admit, when I first started running my business, it was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy. I was kind of all over the place. I didn't really know what direction I was going in, what was going on. I had to, first of all, it's important that you be able to, if you have a partner, if you have a husband, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a spouse, whoever that is, make sure that before you go into your business that you sit down and you have a little powwow with them. Have a little heart-to-heart powwow, because they're not going to get all your attention. And you're going to need their support, and at times you're going to even need their help. So first and foremost, that's very important. You cannot do this and have family and just think that this is going to be just you, because it's not. Sadly enough, it's not. Anyway, second thing is, after you have your little powwow and you're good to go, you're both on the same page. He's good with it. He's good with it. She's good with it. Sometimes they're not, and I was blessed because my husband was good with it. He was okay, and he helps me ship. He helps me a lot. My family helps me a lot with it. So I'm pretty blessed with that. Get your stuff ready. Get your clothes. I don't know, whatever you resell or whatever you sell, even if you're not reselling, if it's new brands, think about that. You need to make out a journal. Make out a journal of what you want to sell, what you like to do. Are you going to resell clothes? People go to the Hinks. I call it the Hinks. That's the Goodwill. That's the Hinky Dinks. I call them the Hinky Dinks. That's the Goodwill store. Those are the thrift stores. Is that what I'm going to sell? Am I going to sell brand new things? Am I going to just sell shoes? Am I going to just sell jewelry? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do? So make a list of that. Make a list, and then once you get your list, kind of give yourself a budget. You have to give yourself a budget. You can't just go out and say, I'm just going to go to the thrift stores and I'm just going to take $200 and just whatever I buy, I'm going to put on. I mean, that's okay. That's okay if this is going to be your side hustle. But I didn't do it that way. You know what? Actually, I did. Roll that back. I lied. I totally lied right there. Roll that back. That is exactly what I did. That's exactly what it did. And you know what? It worked. So don't take my advice on that one. If you want to go out and just get your clothes, get whatever you're going to do that. Do whatever works. But if you're very organized, which I know a lot of people are organized, make that list. Make that list of what you want. I'm just going to start with tops. I'm just going to start with shoes. I'm just going to start with brand new pants. Do whatever you feel is comfortable for you. Because remember, it's not that easy. This is going to, especially if you're going to go for a full-time, this is going to be your full-time hustle here, because it's not always going to work like that. It doesn't always come out the way you plan. Okay, you got your inventory going. I have a spare bedroom upstairs. You got to plan, where am I going to put my stuff? Do I have space? Do I have a space in the garage? Do I have space? Maybe I have an extra closet. Maybe I'm only going to sell like 50 things. Good. Whatever it is, it has to be on that journal, that you're keeping track of what you're doing. Make sure you're not going to bring home $200 worth of clothes and have nowhere to put them. Because I'll tell you right now, first thing that's going to happen, your partner, your family, whoever at home, all that's going to do is just going to start off on the wrong foot, because now you got a pile sitting there. Like my husband, if there's a pile sitting there, he's like, Darla, what, I'm like, doesn't have to worry about it because it's up in my room. But I know when I started, that's how it was. And, a lot of people like to maintain a clean home. So you have to make sure that if you're going for the organization and you're going to be organized and you're figuring out what you're going to do, make sure you have room for your haul that you are going to be bringing in for your sales. Second, your budget. Your budget. You have your budget. You spend $200 out there to buy whatever you want just to start you. A lot of us, especially us that are thrifters, we go to thrift stores and Goodwills. Oh my gosh, I'm just like, that's like my addiction. That is my addiction. I went and bought and bought and bought in the beginning. I spent way too much money, and a lot of it didn't sell for a while, and I still have some of that inventory. But as you get going, as you've seen, what people like, if it's just all designers, go for the all designers. Organize and figure out where is my money going to do, but don't go all out and go all balls out, excuse my language. But just figure out what you're going to do. Start with your 100, start with 50. 50 is even a good number to start with if you're going to start your business. And just go from there. If you want to just do designers, a lot of people just try to do designers. I got to tell you, on Poshmark and eBay and a lot of these platforms, they do the highest and most sold items on there are designer items. I mean, you don't got to go get a Louis Vuitton, which that's great. But I mean, if you go to the thrift stores and you get Victoria's Secret's a good one. A lot of people like that sexy Victoria's Secret. Free People. BB, there's just so many different names and so many different brands. Look them up. Look up what's popular, what's a popular brand. And if you do go for the Louis Vuitton, the Chanel, hey, more power to you. You're going to sell. Kate Spade is another amazing one. Tory Burch is another amazing one. There's so many. I can go on a list and a list and a list of items that you definitely will be able to sell. So figure all that out. A, B, C, D. Bam. Once I got that down, then you go out there and you do what you got to do. Next, figure out what platform you want to start. Poshmark takes a lot of work. That's probably where I sell most of my items at, but lately it's kind of been slow for me. So I have a helper that comes in. Well, not actually. She's my helper. She's a family member. I pay her weekly, and she goes and gets on Poshmark, and she shares all my items so that I'm able to focus on my other platforms, and I'm able to add new items to my Poshmark. But the thing with Poshmark is that you have to keep sharing and sharing. Share your closet because that's what you want out there, and you need to share your followers' closets. And that's the only way you're going to really be able to get sales. There's a lot of pointers and a lot of tips that I'm sure a lot of you know, but I'm going to be doing that during the week. Some amazing tips that I learned to help improve my sales, because I was slow for probably about a couple months, and it was pretty hard. What am I doing? What am I not doing? What am I doing wrong? So back to where we were talking about. You got everything going. You got your hustle down. You went already did your inventory, brought your things in. Now, how is my day going to do? I have a baby. Example, I'm using I have a baby. How am I going to do that? I have kids all under the age of 5. I have kids all in the house. My husband. I'm a single mom. The list goes on of everybody's lifestyles that we go through. First and foremost, what I do is, because I have my grandkids here, I prepare my dinners in the morning. I get up in the morning, I prepare my lunch and my dinners. I clean up, I do what I have to do. I do my chores for the home, for the house. Then I come upstairs and I do my store. I'll do my store probably 3 times a day. I'll do it in the morning before the kids get home from school, after I'm done preparing my meals and clean up. Then I'll do a little bit during the afternoon. I'll do a good hour when they're here, when there's someone else to help me watch them. And then I'll spend the time with them. Then I'll come back in the evening, and then I spend the rest of my evening on here. But if you do have little ones and you have a spouse, you need to spend a little bit more time. I'm up here because my husband works nights and I'm alone. I got all this free time in the world, so sister gonna get her hustle on. I'm getting my hustle on, sister. I'm gonna make that cash flow, that boss bitch money. So just kind of balance. I'm just telling you, it's really important. Get your husband involved. Get your partner involved in it. You know what I mean? Just tell them how your day was. How was your day? But let them know about your business. Let them know what's going on. Let them know that it is time consuming. That it's time consuming. And, I'm not going to be able to do this today, but I'm going to be able to do this tomorrow. Or I can do this today and I can't. Let them know. Talk about it. Communication is really important. I work for social services, so I have a lot of tips on a lot of other different things. But I was never a marriage counselor. But there's just a lot of different ways to be able to maintain a healthy marriage relationship while you're trying to maintain a business. Because, you know, as women now, we rock and kick ass. It's a woman's world. I'm sorry. We got our own businesses going on. We're CEOs. We are just rocking the world. It's all about us. So don't let anybody discourage you, and you just do whatever you got to do to get that hustle on. So that's pretty much it. That's what you need to do to get started to be able to be a reseller. Like I said, back to what I was saying, Poshmark is probably one of the most trickiest. eBay, you can try it. eBay, I was scared forever. It took me forever to get onto eBay. I was really scared about doing that. But I did it. I got it down. I learned all these platforms by myself. I have nobody that was able to help me, nobody that was able to show me how to get on these platforms, what I need to do. So I kind of did it on my own. Kind of proud. Yeah. Sister was proud, a little older. So, you know, didn't really, not too savvy on the computer after I retired and stuff. So I can get on the computer, but I just couldn't figure out these stinking programs on how to get in on eBay. eBay, there's tons of different platforms. eBay, you don't have to do anything, just post it and then it sells. Poshmark, you're going to be on there. You're going to be on there quite a bit of the time. So that's my spiel, baby dolls. That's my spiel. Try it. Get that hustle on. Start that business. Stop thinking you're going to do. I want to, but I'm afraid. I was scared shitless. I was so scared. It took me probably about 2 years. But I've been selling on eBay for probably about 10. But I just started selling on Poshmark since 2014, so like 3 years. But I don't regret it. I love it. I love having a little extra money. You know, I just love it. I just love fashion. I'm obsessed with street style. So, you know, whatever it is to get my fashion out there, I'm going to do it. So anyway, get out there and kick a little ass. Kick a little ass. Check that.